organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Tonight on Daily Iowan TV, bikers in Iowa City, lawmakers want to push you into the limelight.
And here they come. Find out which presidential candidate is traveling to the Corn State next for votes.
And in sports,
see how one Hawkeye track star got his start on the oval.
We're bringing all of this and more coming up.
You're watching Daily Iowan TV.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Nick Fisher.
And I'm Greta Miley.
Veterans in Des Moines are likely to be helped twice as fast as veterans in Iowa City. Those are the results found in a new report conducted by the Associated Press using government data. The report shows between September 1st and February 28th, 3% of the appointments at the Iowa City VA hospital did not meet the system's less than 30-day standard. In contrast, only 1.5% of the appointments in Des Moines failed to meet standard. This disparity means that about 1 in 33 appointments in Iowa City missed the timeliness goal compared to 1 in 64 in Des Moines.
Today, Iranian leaders said they will not sign a deal unless all world powers lift economic sanctions against the country. We told you about that deal last week. It established new parameters set forth by diplomats from the U.S., Iran, and other world powers to settle a long-standing dispute with Iran over their nuclear program. In a televised speech addressed today marking the country's Nuclear Technology Day, the Iranian president said, quote, "The Iranian nation has been and will be the victor of the negotiations." The U.S. previously said they would lift sanctions gradually. However, those details have yet to be negotiated.
As the weather warms up and more people head outside, Iowa lawmakers are considering new bike laws to make it safer for riders. Reporter Abigail Meyer takes us out to the streets to find out what's up.
As spring begins to hit Iowa City, many community members are pulling out their bikes. But this summer, bicyclists may see new requirements if they hit the streets at night. A new bill recently passed by the Iowa Senate will require bikers to have a light on the back of their bikes while traveling. Currently, front lights are required, and lawmakers want to add back lights as well. With the lack of bike lanes in Iowa City, some say it may be hard for vehicle drivers to see bikes at night.
But I think it is a good idea to have a front and rear light because you want to be really visible. That can avoid any accidents. And
Iowa City may see more bikers commuting more than usual this month. One program sponsored by the UI Office of Sustainability is encouraging more riders on campus. The Bike Challenge uses a variety of prizes to track riders' miles as part of Earth Month.
A good time just to, get out there and maybe join some people in your department or your friends and, ride to work for a couple days.
Many bikers here in Iowa City may see some new laws within the next few months. But if they do, make sure that you have your front light and possibly your back light. Reporting here in Iowa City, be sure to wear your helmet. This is Abigail Meyer with Daily Iowan TV.
Earth Month goes until the end of April.
Coffee and frozen yogurt lovers have a reason to celebrate. High Ground Coffee and Yotopia are coming together to form a whole new dessert. By next week, High Ground Cafe customers will be able to get a scoop of vanilla gelato in their espresso, along with 2 other frozen yogurt flavors and toppings. The 2 owners are hoping that this combination will create a whole new craze. High Ground is not the only business Yotopia wants to expand with. Be on the lookout for a frozen yogurt cocktail at Mondo's Saloon soon.
Well, Greta, that weather today really didn't put me in the mood for any frozen yogurt.
Yeah, at least the sun did peek out for a little bit, though, and hopefully we'll get to see it a little more this weekend. Sammy Jo, will we get to see the sun this weekend?
Hopefully, but these April showers have been unpredictable, but it looks like the rain should clear up a bit over the weekend. Tonight will be windy with a low around 40 and a 70% chance of rain. Tomorrow we'll see a high in the upper 50s with a few clouds and no chance of rain, but winds up to 30 miles per hour. That wind should die down by nighttime with a low in the 30s. Saturday is looking beautiful and mostly sunny with a high near 70 and a low of mid 40s with a 40% chance of rain by nighttime. Enjoy the nice day because Sunday is back to thunderstorms with a high in the lower 70s and lows in the mid 40s. Looking into next week, we'll see highs in the low 70s until Wednesday, with low temps hovering around 50. Monday and Tuesday are looking clear for now, but prepare for the rain to come and go on Wednesday and Thursday. Well, that's spring in the Midwest for you. That's all I have tonight. Back to you two at the desk.
Housing officials in Iowa City are trying to bring the issue of fair housing into public view. Different colored banners are donning streetlights in downtown Iowa City, and it's all to bring attention to the rights of homeowners have. It's called the Downtown Banner Project, and the Johnson County Affordable Home Coalition, Iowa City Area Association of Realtors, and the city's Housing Authority are working on the project. It aims to educate residents and housing providers about their rights and responsibilities under the Fair Housing Act. The banners will be displayed through the month of April.
And for more news going on around Iowa City,
we'll toss it over now to Megan Sanchez, who has our week's arts and entertainment.
Thanks, guys. A local elementary school art teacher is off to London. I went out to see why Mr. Ryan is such a popular name in the halls of Willow Wind School.
Iowa's fine. London, I gotta.
26-year-old Ryan Benzinger can usually be found in one of two places: his studio, where he works on paintings while sipping espresso, or Willow Wind School, where he is the kindergarten through 6th grade art teacher and better known as Mr. Ryan. But in about a week, you won't find him in either place because he's venturing off to London, where he and some friends he met last summer in Rome will be featured in an art show.
Rome ultimately is the inspiration, or at least the theme that tied us together. For me personally, I'm focused on the concept of power. Light is another thing that I discovered in Rome because the lighting there is amazing.
After student teaching didn't go as well as Ryan had hoped, teaching was thrown on the back burner. But then he walked through the doors of Willow Wind School.
At Willow Wind, I get to present a challenge or a question or idea, and they get to explore. And the whole thing, the reason I'm a popular teacher is because I get to make them do whatever they want.
He teaches us a lot of good things about art and how to express yourself in the art and how to use all the creativity you use every day into art. And so having him here is pretty cool. Not only because of that, but he's like going to London for all these stuff and showing his art, so it's pretty cool that he's working here too.
Ryan teaches to inspire, but he says he is amazed by how often the kids are the ones doing the inspiring.
I can't count the number of times I've seen a child do something completely backwards or completely wrong or just completely right, and it's inspired me to come here and, apply that.
Ryan departs for London in about a week on his 27th birthday. Nick, Greta, back to you.
And someone who could potentially compete with Paul and Cruz for the GOP nomination is New York businessman Donald Trump. He visited Des Moines yesterday in a media availability meeting before speaking at Simpson College. While he has not officially announced his candidacy for the 2016 presidential election, he did say if he were to run, he would focus on stopping nuclear proliferation, ending Obamacare, and boosting the United States military. And Greta, luckily the Iowa baseball team was off today as the rain poured down in Iowa City.
That's right, Nick. It would have been a little chilly out at the Ball Diamond for yesterday's game. For more on that and spring sports, we'll toss it over to Taylor Brooks and Austin Luce, who are standing by in the sports studio. Guys?
Thanks, guys. The Iowa baseball team has continued to see their stock rise as the season trudges along.
You're absolutely right, Taylor, but this uptrend for the Hawks has not been without a few speed bumps, especially in non-conference games. Daily Iowan TV sports reporter Jordan Maloney was at Dwayne Banks Field yesterday and has more on the Hawks game against Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
The 15th-ranked University of Iowa baseball team fell to Milwaukee at home yesterday, putting their season record at 21-8. The Panthers took a small lead early in the game, but the Black and Gold rallied in the 6th inning, tying it up 2-2, off an error on Dan Potempa's grounder and an RBI single from Nick Rossetti. Despite being undefeated in the Big Ten, the Hawkeyes lose their third midweek non-conference game in a row.
It's just the height of the weekend games, being so ready for those, and for some reason we're not having the same feeling during the week, and that's something that needs to change.
While the team continued to showcase their impressive pitching and defense, the Hawkeyes recorded only 6 hits, falling short offensively despite their recent progress at the bat.
Played great defense, and we've been finding ways to score enough runs to win. in those games, and our bats have been heating up the last couple of weeks. That's why today was a little bit disappointing. It wasn't a great day to hit. The wind's blowing in and it's cool and the ball wasn't going anywhere. And I thought we hit some balls hard the first 3 innings and didn't get anything to show for it, but that's baseball.
Iowa's defense was able to hold the Panthers to 8 hits, making it a low-scoring game, losing 4-2.
1 run, 1.
Next up, the Hawkeyes hope to keep their Big Ten streak alive in their 3rd conference matchup. The team takes on number 16th ranked Maryland on the road this weekend. That's all for today in Hawkeye Baseball. I'm Jordan Maloney with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
And the Hawks will have their big guns on the mound once again this weekend as their perfect Big Ten record remains on the line. Game 1 of the 3-game series will feature 2 of the Big Ten's top arms as Tyler Payton will be facing off against the dominant Mike Shawaryn for the Terrapins.
And the Iowa track team returned from Florida after a successful weekend, in particular for one hurdler.
That's right, Austin St. Louis native Aaron Mallett blazed through his freshman year in 2014 and has looked even stronger so far in this young season. Daily Iowan TV sports reporter Mark Fry has the story on how this track star got his start jumping hurdles.
Aaron Mallett's been lacing up his spikes now for 2 years as a sophomore hurdler on the Iowa men's track team. He was named Iowa's most outstanding freshman just 1 year ago. However, his hurdle success might not have been discovered without a football sailing across the fence.
We were completing our practice, sprints and stuff like that, just the normal stuff, and we were playing a little catch or something, and my friend threw a ball over the fence, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just go get it, no problem. And I just jumped the fence, it was just natural instinct type of thing. And I guess I look good to my coach, and he's been working with me ever since.
Since then, Mallett's been a beast. He clocked the 2nd best time nationally on April 3rd in the 110-meter hurdles with a 13.6. He also set a personal best of 51.56 in the 400-meter hurdles. Joey Woody is the director of track and field at Iowa and sees Aaron's impact both through his performance and leadership.
I think it's just more of how he conducts himself off the track. He's a great leader that way, and he brings a lot of other guys along and to show them that, hey, if you want to be at the level that he expects to be at, you got to conduct yourself that way.
Mallett's success at Iowa has him aiming high and thinking about his impact after his career as a Hawkeye.
To be honest, I just want to leave my mark here on the University of Iowa. A lot of great athletes come through here, Justin Austin and Jordan Mullen and Ethan Holmes. And I just want to be, at the same spot as they are, breaking school records and always going to a Big Ten final and always making a national final and just make an impact, and put my mark on the University of Iowa.
If Mallett's next 2 years are anything like his first 2, his impact on the Iowa track team will be long remembered. This is Mark Fry, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Mallett and the Hawkeyes will be on the road throughout the month of April, but the team will be back here in Iowa City on May 2nd for the Musco Twilight Meet.
And before we go, don't forget to tune in to Daily Iowan TV Sunday night to get caught up on everything from the weekend, including how men's gymnastics fared this weekend at the NCAA Championships in Norman, Oklahoma.
But for now, Greta and Nick, back to you at the desk.
You probably recognize this look scattered across fashion magazine covers. For the past few years, though, opposition to the tall, thin-as-a-rail, idealized model has picked up ground. But in France, these models could be banned from the industry altogether.
This week, French lawmakers voted in favor of a law that would ban excessively thin fashion models under a certain level of body mass index from the runway. Lawmakers could also fine the employers who hire them. If the law is approved, those who hire underweight models could face up to $82,000 in fines and 6 months in prison.
Well, that will do it for us here at Daily Iowan TV.
Make sure to catch us again Sunday night at 9 p.m. for the latest news.
Or catch us anytime online at dailyiowan.com. I'm Greta Miley.
And I'm Nick Fisher. Thanks for watching.
And have a great weekend.
Can't pick up a copy of the Daily Iowan? Are you worried about how you're going to find out about the latest news in Iowa City and the University of Iowa? Well, look no further. You can download the Daily Iowan mobile app on your iPhone for the area's best news coverage. And you can also read and watch us on your iPad. You can always find current and past Daily Iowan stories at dailyiowan.com. The Daily Iowan is now on TV, online, and in your pocket. If it happens, it's news to us.